my channel, or welcome here if it is your first time. This is just a look that I came up with today. It's really just kind of my everyday makeup look. This is most days what I wear to work, or a slight variation of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And next to the subscribe button, if you want to hit that little bell, that will be sure that you are notified every time I'm posting a new video. My goal is to be posting 2 times a week. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so I already primed my face. I use my same 2 primers that I've been using and that I've been loving. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1, the smoothing primer that I use on my large pore areas like my nose. And then the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion that I used all over my face. Well, today I'm going in with a different foundation than I used in my last tutorial. This is the Fenty Beauty foundation, and Fenty Beauty is actually Rihanna's makeup brand. They sell it at Sephora. I'm in the shade 150. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I have fallen in love with this big time. I've owned it for probably a month or 2 at this point, and I really have been loving it. It is a little bit more spendy. This I think retails for $34, and I have barely made a dent in this, and I've been using it for 2 months almost every day. So that was 1 pump, and I covered a little over half of my face. So I'm just gonna take 1 more pump and quick speed through the other half. Also, in case you guys are wondering, I do have a mirror set up right over here. So if I'm looking there, that's why. There is a certain someone blowing up my phone right now because they know I'm filming, and you know who you are. Okay, so for concealers, I'm gonna take these 2. These look like the same concealer. They're not. So these are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. So this is, I'm not sure that you can tell, but this has a little bit of a pink tint, which really helps combat darkness. And then I also have the same concealer, just in the shade Fair. So what I'll do is I'll take this pink shade, I'll just twist a little bit up, and I'll put this right here, and also out here where I'm really dark under the eye. And then this is the light shade, so same thing with this, except I'm gonna take this all the way underneath my eyes. And just spot conceal any spots I really wanna cover up, and then blend it in with your sponge. Today I'm using a different powder. This is a translucent powder, so I'm just gonna tap some of this into the cap here. I'm gonna take my angled brush, pick up a hefty amount of this. So first I'm gonna go in with contour, with my favorite Wet n Wild contour palette, in with this dark shade and an angled brush. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that bronze shade, kind of stamp it where I want it, and then just buff it out. If you're using an angled brush, I like to stamp it, so if you can see the angle of my brush here, I like to stamp it down like this so I can really control where it is, and then I'll flip the brush around so that the angle is coming the other way, and that's how I buff it out. You also want to hit your temples and your jawline. I'm also gonna just use the same brush, not with any more product or anything. Just take it kind of on its side and run a little bit of this contour on the sides of my nose and on the tip, just to slim my nose down just a little bit. So I'm gonna take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Bronzer, which seems foolish, but there's a lighter one called Light Bronzer, and this one is just the bronzer one. And then my Sonia Kashuk Dual Fiber Brush. We're gonna go in with blush, and I'm gonna use the same blush I used in my last tutorial because I'm still loving it and I'm still using it every single day. And this is the Butter Blush. How cute are these 2? I mean, come on. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but these smell like a tropical vacation. They smell so good. which is a weird thing to say about makeup. But anyways, this is the shade Vintage Rose, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on my cheeks. Now for my favorite step, highlighter. So again, I'm gonna use this same Master Chrome by Maybelline in Rose Gold. Is it called Rose Gold or is it called Rose Quartz? Anyways, there's a gold, there's a pinky one, and there's like a white one. This is the pinky one. Anyways, I'm just gonna swirl my brush in there. Oh! I just live for this. Look at that. Especially this time of year when my skin is so dry and always just looking super dry. I just think that this makes you look so fresh. It's so pretty. Run that down my nose, tip of my nose, because I don't know why. A little bit on the chin. And then you guys already know I'm super extra and I like to use 2 highlighters, so I'm gonna do that again today. This is the, what is this? The Pure Cosmetics Bronze and Brighten palette. This is cool. I got this in last month's BoxyCharm, I believe, or the one before. So it has a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. They're all very shimmery. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't ever use shimmery bronzers, but I think that would look gorgeous on the eyes, actually. I should start doing that. But this highlight is insane. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just hit right there. Look at that, you guys. Get on this highlighting train. So finally we are done with the face, so now I'm just gonna set it with some setting spray. And this is just a thing that I do. So this is like a palette that I have and I just took the sleeve off of it. I'll just use this because nobody has time to sit and wait for their face to dry for 5 minutes in the morning, you know? Okay, so now we're gonna go in and do my brows, and I'm gonna do those off camera because they take me a while, and also it stresses me out enough to do it just on my own, so doing it in front of a camera makes me nervous, and then they're gonna get all wonky. So I'm gonna do that and then I will be right back. Okay, so I'm done with my brows. I actually also, while I was off camera, went and got all the foundation off my lips and just put some chapstick on. So now we are ready to go on to the eyes. This is gonna be super simple, 2 shadows, that's it. So I'm gonna go into this Carli Bybel palette and take this shade right here again with my big fluffy Morphe brush and just dab this in there a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is go back into this Pure palette and take a little bit of this bronzy, oh hey, there's my mirror. Take a little bit of this bronzy shade and I'm just gonna take this on my finger and run this over my lid. So once you have that bronzy shade laid down, we're just gonna go back in with the brush that we use in our crease, and I'm not gonna put any additional shadow on here or anything. I'm just gonna buff out the edges of that bronzy shade we put on our lid. Okay, so I just went in and applied some mascara after I curled my lashes. So the last step for the eyes, I'm just gonna take this ColourPop. This is the Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. It's just this super like metallic cool shade. I'm gonna take just like a pointed little pencil brush like this and pick some of this up. I'm just gonna pop this in the inner corners of my eyes and also a little bit underneath my brow bone. This is another cool trick to make your eyes seem more awake, is to put a really bright color in your inner corners, and it does just really waken up your look. So last but not least, we are gonna do lips. I am today using this Galactic matte lip paint in the shade Posh. And that is about it, you guys. This is the finished look that I came up with. Of course, you can skip some of these steps or add some of your own steps in if those are part of your everyday routine. So totally just make this look your own, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.